Agnetha Fältskog's impact on popular music cannot be measured solely by chart success or record sales. What made her presence so enduring was the emotional clarity of her voice, a sound that carried vulnerability without fragility and strength without force. As ABBA emerged from Sweden to dominate the global stage, Agnetha became one of its most emotionally resonant anchors. Her performances didn't demand attention, they invited it. Listeners didn't just hear her sing, they recognized themselves in the feeling behind the words. Part of that connection came from her restraint. While pop stardom often rewards excess, Agnetha's power lay in subtlety. She conveyed heartbreak without dramatics and joy without exaggeration. That emotional precision gave ABBA's music its lasting weight. Songs that could have been dismissed as simple pop were elevated by her delivery, becoming intimate reflections on love, doubt, and longing. Decades later, those recordings still feel immediate, as if she's singing directly to the listener rather than to a crowd. Her visual presence followed the same philosophy. Agnetha's style during ABBA's peak years was memorable not because it chased shock value, but because it felt cohesive with who she was. The glamorous stage costumes, the tailored silhouettes, and the unmistakable 1970s sparkle never overwhelmed her. Instead, they framed her natural elegance. She balanced softness with confidence in a way that felt intuitive rather than constructed. And that balance turned her into a quiet fashion reference point rather than a fleeting trend. Photographs from different stages of her career continue to circulate because they capture something rare: ease. Whether on stage, in studio sessions, or during candid moments, Agnetha appeared grounded in herself. There is little sense of performance in those images. They feel observational, almost private, which is why they resonate so deeply. They remind viewers of a time when public figures were allowed complexity, when charisma didn't require constant reinvention or spectacle. What truly defines Agnetha's legacy is her authenticity. She never seemed interested in playing the role of a pop icon for its own sake. Interviews and appearances revealed someone thoughtful, introspective, and occasionally reserved, qualities not always encouraged in global superstars. Yet those traits made her more compelling, not less. Fans sensed that what they saw was real, and that trust became the foundation of her lasting appeal. This authenticity has allowed her influence to transcend generations. For longtime listeners, her voice is inseparable from personal memories: first loves, quiet moments, long drives soundtracked by ABBA harmonies. For newer audiences, she represents a form of artistry that feels refreshingly sincere. In a digital age shaped by image curation and constant visibility, Agnetha's legacy offers an alternative model, one built on presence rather than exposure. Agnetha Fältskog remains inseparable from ABBA's story, but her contribution stands on its own. She wasn't just part of a successful group, she helped define its emotional core. Her voice, style, and restraint created something enduring, art that doesn't rely on nostalgia to survive. It lives because it still speaks clearly. True stars don't fade when the spotlight shifts. They remain, quietly influencing, reminding us that authenticity has its own kind of permanence. Agnetha's legacy is proof of that: measured, human, and timeless.